Hi, and welcome back to Smart Extension Services. If you're new here, I'm Lonis, livestock expert, and in Smart Extension Services, we normally provide the best livestock tips. So in today's video, I'm going to take you through how to establish Azolla in a pond. Stay tuned to the end so that we get to learn together. Now that our pond is ready, the next step is to add clean water. Fill the pond until the depth is about 10 to 15 centimeter. This shallow water level is ideal for Azolla growth. Depending on the area that you're coming from, the water source can vary. It can either be from the river, from the well, from the borehole, tap water. All this depend with the area that you are from. Like in our case here, we are using borehole water. The most important thing to check is the cleanliness and water that is free from salinity, because Azolla thrive very well to near neutral pH. So considering the water source and also the water quality is very important while establishing your Azolla pond. While filling the pond with water, we had decided to use bucket so that to determine the amount of water this pond can hold. So we counted the number of buckets that we had used to fill up the pond. This is also important to know the volume of water that your pond can hold. It will help you to factor in the cost of the water. So knowing the cost of water during establishment of a pond is very important, because it will guide you in terms of cost of production, or how much can you set aside to in terms of costing of water. When you look closely inside this pond, the water is not that clear. Don't worry, it's because we are from harvesting previous batch that was here. That's why the water inside the pond is not that clear, because there are some residue of soil that had remained, or manure had remained after harvesting the previous batch. Also, on top of the water, there are few residue of Azolla that had remained. This is from what we had previously harvested. So these are the remainings of the Azolla. So worry not about the quality of water that we have inside the pond and the remainings of the Azolla, because earlier I had mentioned that water quality is most important and it needs to be clean. To enrich the pond with nutrients, we had prepared a well-decomposed goat manure, around 4 kg of it, put it in a sack and close it tightly with a rope so that there are no spillage of it inside the pond. And after making sure that the sack is well sealed, we introduce it inside the pond so that the manure can soak in the water and the fusion of the nutrients start to take place inside the pond. So this is how we had submerged it inside the pond. So we left it there floating, and then we introduced our Azolla. So after putting it inside the pond, we realized that it will take more time for nutrient to start diffusing. So we used a panga and made some few holes so that water can penetrate inside, and hence the fusion of the nutrients begin and also be carried out efficiently. Yeah, so this is how we had make sure that our pond is well fertilized, and we use the goat manure to fertilize the pond. After making sure that your pond is well fertilized with the manure that you had introduced, or the fertilizer that you have added, it's now time to inoculate the pond with fresh Azolla. Take around half a kilogram to 1 kg of health Azolla culture and gently spread it across the water surface. Within 7 to 10 days, the Azolla will cover the pond completely, forming a thick green mat. From here, all you need is simply weekly maintenance to keep your Azolla pond healthy and productive. So this is it, guys. So this is the simple way of establishing your Azolla pond. First of all, with the existing pond that you have, or the pond that you have constructed, you add clean water that is free from impurities and also free from saline. And also you make sure that your pond is fully fertilized using either of the manure. You can use cow dung, you can use goat or poultry, but most of the farmers do prefer cow dung. But in cow dung, make sure that you mix prior introducing it to the Azolla. Form a slurry of the cow dung and then introduce it to the pond. And after fertilizing your pond, the next step is introducing the Azolla seed. The Azolla seed you can buy from your fellow farmer. You can find it in marshy areas from where you're coming from, because along the riverside, Azolla normally grows and also thrives very well. So this is the simple way to do so. If you find this video insightful and educative, kindly give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, happy farming.